What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Real Talk. And today, I'm not sure who has the question.
You already have the question.
I have the question? Okay,
Yeah.
cool. I have a question for Audrey. And as you can tell by the title of the video, we're going to be talking about sequels, remakes, and reboots. And so, Audrey, with the plethora of remakes and sequels and reboots and stuff like that, what are your thoughts on those?
I'm honestly...
You can probably tell already.
I'm honestly over it.
Yeah.
Like, I'm really, really over it. And I think we had talked a little bit about this before, but
Yes.
I don't know. I wish someone would just be a little bit more original nowadays and come up with their own shit. Stop trying to remake everything or reboot everything and then sequels to everything. It's like, no, you can't just have one movie of this. You have to have 3, or you have to have at least another one. Like, I get it. I get that everyone gets inspiration from older stuff, right? Like, it works the same way with music. You're always going to have, like, inspiration.
Yeah.
But I don't think it should be to the point where everything has to have a fucking, like, remake or, like, sequel. Reboots, I think, bother me the most.
Yeah.
Than all of them.
For example, like the Spider-Man reboots and the Fantastic Four more recently and stuff like that. Because
by the time I have kids, if I ever do have kids, they're already gonna have like 4 to choose from. Like, Mom, which Spider-Man should I watch? Like, no, honey, don't watch that one. That one's stuck. Like, you can watch this year. Like, you know, like I don't know. It bugs me. What about you? You haven't really told me.
I'm kind of over it too on some level. One other thing that you didn't touch upon that I don't like is that everything nowadays, I think you did mention it, that everything has to be a franchise. Like, they're thinking, okay, if we make this, there has to be a part 2 and 3. And
they're just thinking about how much money they can make.
Exactly, like milking something and instead of just having a movie stand on its own, you know? Like a perfect example that I think would have been a just perfect standalone would have been The Matrix.
Right.
Because I didn't necessarily like the other ones.
Right.
I like the second one a little bit, but the other ones, I don't know. So I feel like if we have those standalone movies, then that's fine, you know, original movies and stuff like that. And also, like, nowadays, everybody has to be, like, doing the Marvel thing, you know? Like, making a connected universe. Like, we have the Monster Universe now, and we're having another, like, freaking bunch of, like, cinematic universes, you know? And it's like, just do your own thing, you know? If your story fits that, you know, having sequels, if your story is like a part 1 and you obviously can't fit everything in one movie, that's how you make the movie diluted and, well, not diluted, but, you know, crammed with a bunch of stuff, then okay, make your sequels and stuff like that. Make a franchise if that's what you want to do, but not everything has to be that, you know? Yeah. And I feel, I do like remakes if they fit a certain criteria, you know? I feel as like... As far as what? I feel like if it's been like a few years, I think more than 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, and it will do like a justice with today's CGI, and it has a different, like, because a lot of times a lot of younger audiences haven't been exposed to that, so if they see this remake, they can go back and watch the original. So I feel like if it's fit for today, like if it's a movie that really was kind of limited with the visual effects and now it can be like even greater, and it kind of does like an homage to the original, I think it's pretty cool. But I hate how they're overdoing it, you know? I agree with you on that part, and I agree with you that they're just making sequels just to make money, and I understand the movie business is a business, you know, and they have to make their money and stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, that's just a few of my thoughts on that. So I agree with that. I don't even know what was the question. What was your thoughts on it, right? Okay, what was the thought? So that's my thoughts on them, and
you just went off. You're like,
I just went off.
I don't even know what we're talking about, but I'm just telling you.
But for the most part, we agree. We're on the same page. I mean, there's 8 Fast and Furious movies now. I mean, I saw the latest one, but still, like, 8.
Yeah, like that's a
8.
lot.
And this year's
just wrap your head around that.
Yeah, like
there's
8 films. Like, there hasn't even been that much Star Wars movies. Like, well, if you count Rogue One, but like, you know, this is in the span of the 2000s. Star Wars was like 70s, and you know, now and stuff like that. But still, I mean,
it's like I heard they're gonna do the same thing with John Wick. Like, they're gonna make him like just become reoccurring, kind of like Taken. You know how there was like all these like Taken. I'm just like, why? Yeah. Like, why? The John Wick first movie I thought was great. Yeah. Second one, I could have done without it. Yeah. I didn't need it. I was perfectly fine living my life.
Like nobody was like,
Wick.
come on, a sequel.
Like I wasn't like, yes, John Wick, I need to see him again kicking ass. No, like I was cool. Like if I want to see it with John Wick again, I'll watch John Wick. I don't have to watch fucking second one, third one, fourth one, you know?
Yeah.
So I just hate scrolling through my feed and then all I see is, oh, a remake is in the work, or oh, there's a sequel to this, or oh, there's like, I just wish that it was more original films coming out, honestly.
Yeah. And I feel like, you know, it's kind of our fault as well, and I'm talking about like movie audience and stuff like that. When there's with the way that you talk to studios is with your money, you know? And a lot of times, is sequels like Transformers makes $1 billion. You know, obviously they're not gonna stop making them. You know, and like when the indie movie comes out that's original, we love it. You know, us film fans love it, but nobody else goes sees it.
Yeah.
You know? So that's why they're like, well, what do we make? Something that, you know,
that we know for sure is gonna pull in
money, or you know this. You know.
Yeah.
But I think it's, I don't know. There's a word for it, but a lot of people don't know that with all the money that those movies make, the studios are able to make these smaller budget movies, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's really cool, because if they don't make money, then how are they going to do all these bunch of other... Because they're studios, and they have like sub-little studios that make different kinds of movies and stuff like that. So I feel like we as the audience, we need to go support more original films and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, please go do that, you know?
Yeah, definitely. Like, don't be scared just because it doesn't have, like...
explosions and action and stuff like that.
Or maybe it doesn't even have, like actors that you know about. Like, it's still... It doesn't matter. Like, there always has to be new talent, you know, to take in the seats of the greats. You know, like, there always has to be that momentum going. So I feel like a lot of people just stray away because they're like, oh, it doesn't have anyone that I know.
Yeah.
Or like, oh, what is this about? Like, no. So just go. Like, I've done that several times where I just walk in, I have no idea what the movie's about, and I end up liking it, you know? Or it ends up being like a favorite of mine. So yeah, I don't know. Like, it just bugs me. Like with the whole remakes, like a good example is the Monster Universe. I'm a fan, you know?
Yeah.
And I don't feel the need. Like, I don't feel like I needed to be hit with remakes of them.
Yeah.
Like, I think they transcend time. Like, I still go back and watch the original, like, Wolfman or, like, Nosferatu. I still enjoy them immensely.
Yeah.
I don't feel like I needed another one.
Version of it,
Yeah. So I'm just like, I don't know. I feel like Hollywood just has a tendency of wanting to, like, bring it back.
Recently, I haven't seen this new one, or I haven't seen the original in a long time. I remember watching it though. Gosh, the name is escaping me right now. It's the one where they're like in a, you know, chariot,
Ben-Hur?
the horse. Yeah, Ben-Hur. There you go. It was remade.
Right. Which it
like,
didn't even get.
It didn't even make a lot of money. It was just like, let's just remake Ben-Hur. Just to remake it. And that was like a lot of people's like, you know, I haven't seen it in a long time actually, but it's like, why touch that? You know what I'm saying? There's even talks about remaking Scarface. I know that was a remake of the original movie, but it's like...
Yeah.
You know,
like... do you think, like... Because I know, like, let's say, for example, like, if they made a remake to... Or if they rebooted The Godfather, do you think it would be, like... Do you think there would be need for that? Because I think it's, like... Why?
Yeah, there's no... I agree. There's certain films that you can't like, there's no reason to touch it, you know?
Yeah, like...
Because, like you said, it transcends time. Like, it doesn't matter how old it is or whatever, like, you know?
Yeah.
You can watch it at any period of time and just say, this is a classic film, you know?
Mm-hmm. Like, I understand there's some movies that maybe directors feel like they could give better justice to. Like, maybe they say the original one sucked ass. Like, I'm gonna make it killer. Yeah. Okay, if they have a vision for it, I'm down. But if they're just remaking it just to, like, remake it, and it's a perfectly good movie to begin with, like, why? Like, why are you even gonna touch it? Like, for some reason, I don't know why I keep thinking of Titanic, and I have a feeling that I'm surprised people have not wanted to, like...
Oh, that's coming. I'm pretty sure in the next 5 years, Titanic remake, Titanic 2, The Resurrection.
Sequels, you know? Like, I'm just like, no, like, why? You know? Yeah. And then sometimes I go on Netflix, and there are sequels or remakes that we don't even know about. They're just so bad that, like, people just, like, put them in the wayside, you know?
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I feel like I just wish that they could, come up with some more, be creative. Like, that's the whole point, right?
Yeah.
Be creative, come up with your own shit. It's okay if you use a little bit of inspiration from other stuff. That's cool. Yeah. But just to remake it, slap your name on it, put a big name out there, like, we're gonna put...
Oh, like another movie, Point Break.
Oh, yeah.
I did not... I saw a little bit. My brother rented it. I seen a little bit of it, and it's like... It's like... He didn't even make a lot of money either. It just flopped. It's like, dude, like, don't fucking touch this. I mean, they kind of already did a remake with Fast and the Furious. Yeah. It's kind of like a rip-off if you think about it, the story and stuff like that, but... Yeah. Ah, man.
And you know what I think is funny is, like, I'm going to give an example, like, The Jungle Book. I really enjoyed the live-action remake. But if you tell me, like, what do I prefer? Like, if we're going to watch The Jungle Book, like, would you prefer watching the remake or the older one? I'd still go for the older one.
Yeah. But see, that's an example, too. Like, they're kind of remaking it, but they're keeping, like, homage of the first one, you know? Mm-hmm. Like, but this one, it's, like, live action instead of, So I feel like it's a different type of remake or sequel or whatever than just making it just for the sake of it, Like, this is, like, a live action adaptation. But I'm with you, too. Like, they're going to give us Lion King eventually in the near future. They're going to give us Aladdin. Mulan. I'm 100% sure I will always choose to watch the original Aladdin and Lion King. But also, too, going back a little bit to, like, the whole original movies and stuff like that. Like, people got to know that, there was once a time where we didn't know Brad Pitt or, like, George Clooney or, you know, all those big-name actors now. So you never know when you're going to... see the next new star and stuff like that. So if you don't see a name that that should be more exciting for you, because okay, well, let me see where this actor is gonna go. Like, for example, like Miles Teller, I really like him. Michael B. Jordan, I really like their filmography so far. Just a quick example too, Moonlight. I didn't really know all the actors from it, except Naomi Watts and
but
Mahershala
now they're
Ali.
On your radar.
But yeah, now they're even more Mahershala Ali with his performance and stuff like that. And like again, Moonlight was a original, fantastic, beautiful film that I feel like should have... I think it made a little bit more money because of Oscar buzz and stuff like that. But if it came out like mid, year,
it probably...
I feel like it would have flopped. But that's another example. Like, just go watch those movies. If you really love film, then you really like, great storytelling. So
yeah. So I think it's just the point of supporting it.
Yeah, we gotta do that.
But yeah, I think I got it off my chest. I feel better now.
Yep. But definitely tell us what you guys think. If you guys like sequels, if you guys like remakes, or if we didn't touch upon certain things about sequels, remakes, and reboots that you guys like, or if you guys agree with us, tell us down below in the comments. Yeah. And that's pretty much it for today, right? Mm-hmm. All right, guys. We'll see you guys in the next one.
Bye.
Peace.